I am from Messiah Network, and ultimately what we're doing is making Web3 accessible for everyone. Currently, there's approximately 861 million crypto users, and only 0.01% of those are running crypto nodes. Why? Because 80% of those hit barriers. They hit barriers because typically you need infrastructure to run those nodes, you need some level of expertise with regards to development, and most people, therefore, are precluded. Typically, our competitors are taking maybe 6 to 12 hours to set up a node. We've got that node down deployment to 15 seconds. So millions are normally precluded, and we've basically changing that by bringing the masses into blockchain. And how do we know that we can do that? Because we've done it before. We've got the experience. We're backed by strategic advisors from top blockchain projects. Myself, I've worked on top 50 projects, running them to multiple billions. And the team have worked on some of the biggest tech companies in the world, running up to 20,000 nodes for companies like IBM. And we're basically doing it all again. We're 2 months old, and we launched with MVP, which had RPC nodes initially. Then we integrated testnet nodes, and now more recently mainnet nodes. Like I say, I'm Chris Williams, I'm the co-founder, but I'm backed by the very, very solid team who've done this for the likes of IBM, Iwaka Brands, etc. But this is the first time that I've ever been involved as a co-founder. So the solution that we have is a one-click user-friendly Web3 platform that even my grandmother could be using and running a node. This is our DApp. It's live. We've integrated currently about 7 nodes. In the last 2 weeks since we actually went live, we've onboarded about 300 node runners, and we're now building for mass adoption. Our competitive advantage, we can deploy a node within 15 seconds. There are other node as a service providers. However, with our solution, it's literally a couple of clicks. With others, you still need infrastructure, it gets costly, and ultimately, it's still time-consuming, precluding those who wish to jump in and become part of the blockchain. I've got 2 seconds left. So one final thing I want to mention, to assist our app, Node Hub, we also have something called Messiah Yield Engine, which is effectively an AI agent that links to bonding and staking. And ultimately, you can bond assets and stake Messiah, our native token, and you will earn additional APY rewards. Anyway, thank you.
What's kind of the initial go-to-market? Are you targeting developers, your grandma, people who want to move off of a centralized staking services or node services? What's the pitch?
Of course. So some of our strategic partners, which I didn't get through because I was juggling slides, we've got Linear, we've got Avalanche. So those are more geared towards the developer market for RPC nodes. However, with regards to testnet nodes, for example, in 2024, 15 billion was paid out to testnet node runners, and most people were precluded from doing that purely because of the complexities of running at all the expense. So ultimately, we're targeting the masses, initially crypto natives and developers potentially, but more those who are kind of speculating on investment or those who potentially want a guaranteed APY on their returns. So yeah, testnet's more speculative, mainnet nodes are more geared to kind of guaranteed APY.
Are you guys a suite of software to help clients run their own nodes, or are you actually running those on behalf of clients, or is it a mix?
So currently, yeah, we're running on behalf of clients, major L1s, L2s, but basically, there's lots of narratives in crypto, but without a node, there is no narrative, so it could be anyone. Ultimately, we're a node as a service platform. We kind of want to become this node shop where you come, you source the nodes, and ultimately you can get running within a couple of clicks. On our dashboard, you see rewards, you see the returns on investment, and it's a lot more stable than potentially other speculative bets in crypto.
Curious what you see as your superpower here. Is it the performance, uptime, easy as your grandmother? I'm curious, what are you prioritizing in your product?
Ease of deployment, and ultimately people understand money, and it's those passive rewards. So obviously, there's a lot of speculation in crypto. Everybody that's investing isn't guaranteed the return. With a mainnet node, you're guaranteed that sort of APY. With a testnet, you can win big. Someone paying out up to $100,000 for running one node in 2024, for example.